Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final stop for Friday Night SmackDown on the road to Backlash, as we are live from beautiful Lyon, France. We are jammed, packed to the roof at the LDLC Arena. Let's get it.
Welcome everyone to Friday Night SmackDown as we are live from Lyon, France, here in the LDLC Arena. And this Sunday is WWE Backlash.
Tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 336 pounds. Axiom and Nathan Frazier. Axiom!
And ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dan, here to call all the action of tonight's show as we are just a few days away from the first premium live event here on LyonsGamez Universe Mode, as it is WWE Backlash live from Paris, France, but we are here in Lyon, France. We're going to hear from our three competitors here tonight, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Kevin Owens, the Undisputed WWE Champion, ahead of a triple threat match this Sunday. And later tonight, we will see Carmelo Hayes go one-on-one with Andrade. Carmelo Hayes just battles Damian Priest just 2 days away for the United States Championship. And in our main event, a huge match in store. The debut of Javon Evans as he goes one-on-one with the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a lot here tonight for the go-home episode, but I assure that these matches here tonight will outshine nonetheless.
At a combined weight of 403 pounds, the team of Angel and Berto.
Well, of course, this tag team match, these two teams can put a name in the hat for a number one contender spot, as we know that the Street Profits just became the WWE Tag Team Champions last episode. And here tonight, we are going to see Fraxium go 2-on-2 against Los Lotharios. This should be a high-flying Impact matchup here tonight to start us off for Friday Night SmackDown. Seems to me that here in Lyon, France, that they do not enjoy anyone at all here tonight, or they don't enjoy Los Lotharios, excuse me, the crowd here in Lyon, France. But they are, I rest assured, they will be excited to see Fraxium. We've seen Fraxium in the past already here in Universe Mode. I wouldn't be surprised. I would like to see Fraxium earn a shot at the WWE Tag Team Championships. And also, we have another tag team match later tonight scheduled. It will be Bianca Belair teaming up with Naomi as they take on Tiffany Stratton and Roxanne Perez. We know that Bianca Belair and Tiffany Stratton will collide at Backlash for the WWE Women's Championship. And throughout the evening, we will go through the entire match card for Backlash, and that will be taking place with Michael Cole, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Cole will be announcing the match card. And Axiom with a standing Spanish fly, going for the cover as Nathan Frazier watching in. Charles Robinson with a count of 1. And a nice standing moonsault there by Axiom. Fraxium already showing off their high flying with that springboard moonsault. And now Axiom firing up here in Lyon, France. I am looking forward to the first premium live event here on LyonsGamez Universe Mode. And if you haven't checked out any of the recent episodes of Universe Mode or the gameplays, be sure to do so and drop a like, a comment, and subscribe. Be a part of the Lions Den community. And we are working towards a goal here on the channel, so hopefully you guys would be able to help out. As Berto in trouble, as Nathan Frazier looking to take him out here. And a standing moonsault at the hands of Nathan Frazier. Now working the neck, but Berto with the counter. Of course, there is a third member in the Legado Fantasma stable, and that is Santos Escobar. We did see him in the United States Championship tournament. However, he did not succeed at moving on forward. course, Carmelo Hayes and Damian Priest will collide in the finals this Sunday at Backlash for the United States Championship. Following this match, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear from one of 3 competitors in the Undisputed WWE Championship matchup, and we will be hearing from none other than CM Punk. Like I said, I'm not a betting man, but as if you will, I believe that CM Punk could have what it takes to become a champion at Backlash. But then again, we heard from Cody Rhodes last week towards the final boss, The Rock. He told him to go F himself. Berto is up top. I should be focusing on this match. I got distracted about our Undisputed WWE Championship match, as Berto and Nathan Frazier still going at it, being sent in the corner. Frazier in trouble as Berto was looking to make a tag to Angel. Nice takedown there by Frazier into the cover. Could this be it? 1 and a kick out at 1. Not even a 1 count, excuse me. Charles Robertson a little slow on that count there. Now Nathan Frazier in trouble. Counter by Berto. Back and forth between these two as this match rolls on. And what a drop kick there by Berto. Like I said, this is going to be a very high-flying, agile matchup between the 2 teams. And I'm sure that the Street Profits are watching this match closely as we figure out who will be next in line. Of course, like I said, both Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, we're kind of expanding our tag teams here in Universe Mode, trying to showcase the teams we have behind the scenes. And of course, over on Monday Night Raw, Dirty Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough hold the World Tag Team Championships. We saw the New Day in action last episode of Monday Night Raw as they took on New Catch Republic. Now Angel Garza is in this match going after Axiom after Axiom had made a take to Frazier. Back and forth for Axiom with a nice shirt turner on a takedown. What can Axiom do to put away his opponent here? Has a hold of Angel against the ropes. Now looking to take Angel Garza to the outside. Axiom feeling frisky with the basement drop kick right through the bottom rope. In the middle of rope there. Now calling up to his feet on the outside, and Axiom looking for a springboard, but lands right on his feet. Just shy of taking out Angel Garza after that enziguri, though. That helps. Now back inside the ring they go. Axiom looking for another springboard drop kick. This time it connects. And again with this leg moonsault, that double leg split moonsault thing. And the chop slap there by Axiom. Counter by Garza. Garza with a springboard himself. Almost with the assistance by Berto there, but a super kick in the end by Axiom, taking out Berto. Now Axiom trying to keep the numbers advantage for his team here. As Axiom, again with the chop slap. But Angel caught him, sending him against the rope with a knee to the face. Up and over Axiom with the enziguri. Garza caught him, looking to make a tag back to Berto. But Axiom has other words here, sending him back to his corner. Will we see a tag made to Nathan Frazier? And we do. As Fraxium keeping control of this tag team matchup, sending a message towards the WWE Tag Team Champions. And of course, I can't forget, after Backlash, we begin the road to Money in the Bank, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be very exciting to seeing what qualification matches the future holds for Money in the Bank. A rope break called by the referee. Angel Garza did not appreciate that. Now back in the corner, Nathan Frazier in trouble here. And Angel Garza looking to remain kind of on his side here with Berto watching in. And Nathan Frazier went for a super kick. Trying to roll out of the way, but he ate a clothesline. Nathan Frazier, springboard, taking out Angel Garza. We saw that earlier in this match. What a maneuver there by Frazier. Frazier trying to turn the table from behind in a snap German suplex. What a way to kick us off here in Lyon, France. Or Backlash weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Now, a double team. Nathan Frazier with the brainbuster, followed by a frog splash by Axiom. What a double team maneuver there by Fraxium. Angel Garza still down as Berto get taken out there by Axiom. Axiom with the cover here. 1, 2, no, and Angel Garza managed to kick out. And this match continues. I don't know how Angel Garza was still standing after all of that, but now he's not again. As Axiom makes a tag to Nathan Frazier. Angel Garza still down. Whoa, what the heck? Fraxium, be careful there, guys. You guys are going way too fast here. You guys ran into each other. There's a drop kick from the top. And Berto trying to defend himself. Nathan Frazier. What is Frazier looking to do here? Trying to end the Gary John Cena, but he's not in this match. Again. And Frazier dodging a bullet here. Angel Garza trying to fight back, but back and forth. Now Angel Garza trying to get his team back in. But there's no opportunity for Los Lotharios here tonight. And another snap German, but the back of Nathan Frazier gave out. And Angel Garza again got Nathan Frazier in the corner, trying to make a tag. But Nathan Frazier again taking out Garza. I think that just added more damage than he can chew from his back. What is Nathan Frazier trying to think of doing here? Taking out Berto with a stunner. And up and over. Garza inside out with the cover out of nowhere. But Axiom looking to make a save for his partner, and a count of 1 there by Charles Robinson. Garza taking out Axiom. There's a sling blade chase of Seth Rollins. And speaking about Seth Rollins, he will be teaming up with Roman Reigns at Backlash. There's a Phoenix Splash. What a Phoenix Splash from the top. And a standing moonsault, adding insult to injury. But Nathan Frazier, he's not going for a cover. He's looking, trying to take out Berto here. And there's a springboard moonsault taking out Berto to the outside. Garza up on his feet. Garza trying to get Nathan Frazier back in the ring. Springboard drop kick. Garza landing hard on the mat with the cover. 1, 2, 3, and just like that. I mean, a very interesting way to finish off this tag team match. However, Angel Garza kind of got the worst of this match, I would say, as Fraxium has picked up a win here in Lyon, France. Perhaps sending a message to the Street Profits in the future of the WWE Tag Team Championships. I would definitely like to see Fraxium, after picking up a second win here on SmackDown, hopefully they'll be on their way to some tag team gold. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear from CM Punk as he has some words to both competitors of Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens ahead of the Undisputed WWE Championship Triple Threat match at Backlash.
Here are your winners, Axiom and Nathan Frazier. Fraxia!
This Sunday, I step inside the ring with two men. One of them who stood up to The Rock last week, and that's Cody Rhodes. Cody had an opportunity to align himself with the final boss. Could have gotten everything handed to him on a silver platter, but Cody was the better man and told the final boss to go fuck himself. The other, Kevin Owens, a man who knows I had him beat last week. Count out victory, really. That only proves that Owens knows he can't beat me fairly. I had hit the go to sleep on him and had him beat, but if it wasn't for that count of 10, would have been a different ending last week. Cody and Kevin, I don't need a suit and tie to hide behind. I don't need to run away from my challenge. Whatever is in front of me, I don't back down, and I never give up. I told the WWE Universe that I am not here to make friends. Do I respect you, Cody? Sure. Kevin, hell no. I'm here for one thing, and that is becoming the undisputed WWE Champion. This Sunday at Backlash, I leave France with the one thing I need.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for more Friday Night SmackDown action as here comes one of the final two participants in the United States Championship Tournament.
Making his way to the ring from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, Carmelo Hayes.
Now, from what I believe that Damian Priest is on his way to Paris for this weekend's United States Championship matchup. However, Carmelo Hayes decided he wants a tune-up match against another superstar who was in the United States Championship Tournament, and it was the individual that lost to Damian Priest. That is Andrade, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see a barn burner, as you will, as Carmelo Hayes wants a tune-up match ahead of the United States Championship title match. Now, Carmelo Hayes did defeat Trick Williams last episode of SmackDown as Damian Priest defeated L.A. Knight. I'm looking forward to when these two collide, but my question that remains is who will be United States Champion? We'll find out at Backlash. Well, here comes Andrade. Maybe he wants to redeem himself from losing in the tournament and pick up a win over Carmelo Hayes. That would be very interesting for Andrade. Won't mean necessarily of him being in the match.
Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 230 pounds, Andrade.
But I believe that Andrade could be a future United States champion down the line if he could beat Carmelo Hayes tonight. But hey, what if Carmelo Hayes doesn't win? Then we'll see Andrade perhaps go one-on-one with Damian Priest again, a little redeeming as well from round one of the tournament. But Andrade, he looks good tonight. He looks prepared, mentally prepared here for Friday Night SmackDown. We are in Lyon, France, ladies and gentlemen. We heard from CM Punk. He respects Cody Rhodes, but Kevin Owens, he has no respect for him last week when CM Punk went one-on-one with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens took the cheap way. He ran back in the ring and got Punk counted out, even though Punk was so close from winning. But there is a goal in mind by all three individuals, we know that, and that is the Undisputed WWE Championship. But we still will hear from Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens tonight. Of course, this Sunday, Carmelo Hayes has a date with Priest. I'm looking forward to that match. I'm looking forward to the entire match card at Backlash, which will be revealed by Michael Cole following this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. And Carmelo Hayes and Andrade going one-on-one here. Back and forth already as Carmelo Hayes and Andrade. They just turned up from 0 to 100 already, I would say. As Andrade looking for that cartwheel kick to the head, but Carmelo dodged the bullet. And a drop kick of his own. Now I'm going to put my money on Carmelo Hayes. I believe that he has what it takes to be a champion. But like I said, I feel Damian Priest is going to bring that physicality in that matchup. But of course, Carmelo Hayes can be technical. He's quick. So he's going to be a good matchup for Damian Priest this Sunday at Backlash. Of course, it is nice here in Lyon, France, and the action is hotter here inside. As this is our go-home episode before Backlash. And then following Backlash, ladies and gentlemen, we begin the road to Money in the Bank. As Carmelo Hayes looking for a superplex from the top. Looking to take Andrade to the base of the mat, but counter by Andrade. As my back starting to hurt, thinking that was going to be a superplex. And the ground and pound there by Andrade, keeping Carmelo Hayes down, and Andrade just teasing Carmelo Hayes here tonight. And up and over, countered by Hayes with a neckbreaker from behind. But the fact that I feel like Carmelo Hayes didn't really even give Trick Williams a chance last week. Carmelo Hayes has a mission intended, and that is to become a United States champion. And of course, over on Raw, we know that Sheamus is the Intercontinental Champion. He'll be defending the gold against Solo Sikoa. At Backlash, we saw a tag team match between Sheamus and Ilya Dragunov as they took on Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa this past Monday night on Raw. What a springboard clothesline by him, Carmelo Hayes. And Andrade again with the counter here. This is the perfect matchup for Carmelo Hayes, but did he really need to have this matchup? Probably not, but like I said, Carmelo Hayes wanted that tune-up match. Damian Priest is on his way to Paris. He's taking time to recuperate, so maybe that is a good thing for Damian Priest. But Carmelo Hayes, he said he wants to show the world what he's able to do. Now Carmelo Hayes looking to stomp a mud hole here in Andrade's face. Sending him into the corner. Now going up and over here with the sunset flip. No cover though. There's Andrade taking himself outside the ring. Carmelo Hayes going up and over, taking out Andrade to the outside. And this is things where can get chaotic on the outside. We don't want to see any countouts like we did on Raw. Or even last week here on SmackDown. And a super kick there by Carmelo. And Carmelo Hayes, he believes he is him, so he is on his way to a championship match this weekend. But unfortunately, Andrade will not be at Backlash. It's Carmelo Hayes with a crossbody from the top, going for the cover. Could this be it? 1, 2, no, and a kick out of 1. Of course, our referee is Jessica Carr. I've just been told, ladies and gentlemen, that Triple H will be live at Backlash. Wonder what Triple H will have in store for the WWE Universe at Backlash. Now Carmelo Hayes trying to figure out what he can do to put away his opponent here tonight and move on to Backlash. But Andrade got a hold of Carmelo back in the corner. Going for that forearm strike. And the chop slaps. Shade of Gunther. Now Carmelo Hayes. Oh, out of nowhere Andrade with that back elbow with that cover on Carmelo. And a kick out of 1, and Andrade can't believe it. That spinning back elbow did some damage, but not enough. And now Carmelo sending Andrade back to the corner with the clothesline. Now he's going back up top. What is Carmelo looking to do here? You can hear the crowd in Lyon, France. They're on their feet for Carmelo Hayes with a drop, or the double leg drop from the top. Is it 1, 2, no, and Andrade kicks out. We saw that last week to Trick Williams, but Trick Williams was unable to kick out. And I would love to see these guys square off against each other in the future. perhaps for the United States Championship. And Andrade is fired up. But where is he going? Looking for a springboard drop kick, no counter. As Hayes with the double knees to the face, the code breaker, as you will. We saw that last week as well. And again, going up top, and Carmelo, he's not playing around. Carmelo Hayes is focused and ready for Sunday. There it is again. This has to be it for Andrade with the cover. 1, 2, 3. No, what? What? You gotta be kidding me. Did you? Carmelo Hayes is arguing with the referee, but Andrade with the hammerlock DDT, distracted. 1 and a kick out at 1. Are you bloody kidding me? Carmelo Hayes just kicked out at 1 from the hammerlock DDT after being distracted. And Carmelo Hayes with a frog splash. 3/4 of the ring there. 1, 2, 3, and just like that, Carmelo Hayes found another way to put away Andrade here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. What a bloody match this was, but ladies and gentlemen, I believe that Carmelo Hayes just wanted this match just to build that momentum. But will that affect him this Sunday? Despite all the momentum he just put into this match, will that hold up against Damian Priest, the Archer of Infamy? But Damian Priest is a man on a mission. He wants to be a dominant champion, and that is his plan. If he can beat Carmelo Hayes for the United States Championship, we'll find out at Backlash. But we are also going to take a minute and show you guys what we have in store for Backlash.
Here is your winner, Carmelo Hayes.
I come from the struggle and love all the trouble. I've been here before. I'm done and I'm sick of the talk with the smiling faces. Not anymore. Kicking the door. Been in the gutter, I call from the mud, I can give you a tour. If they want to battle, I'm ready for war. I come from the struggle and love all the trouble. I've been here before.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the official match card reveal for WWE Backlash. WWE Backlash is the first premium live event for both Raw and SmackDown in the new era of the LyonsGamez universe mode. Paris, France plays host. Let's see what will be taking place. A hostile arrival of the Bloodline took over a few weeks ago as Solo Sikoa and his family arrived to Monday Night Raw. Solo Sikoa injecting himself in a fatal four-way #1 contender after defeating Braun Strowman, Bronson Reed, and Ilya Dragunov. Sikoa finds himself up against the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus, for the Intercontinental Championship. Can Sikoa provide Sheamus with an absolute banger and bring gold to the new Bloodline, or will Sheamus Brogue kick his way to victory? It's Tiffy time for the EST of the WWE, as Tiffany Stratton, who attacked Bianca Belair a few weeks ago on Friday Night SmackDown. Stratton called out Bianca Belair for a match as we crown the first WWE Women's Champion. Bianca Belair wants to prove she's the best. However, Tiffany wants to be the best as well. And in order to be the best, you have to take out the best. Will it be Tiffy time at Backlash for the resident Barbie? Or will Bianca Belair outshine and become the Women's Champion for Friday nights? When we kicked off this brand new series of Universe Mode, we began a tournament for the United States Championship as 8 men on Friday Night SmackDown competed throughout the weeks. In the semifinals, we saw Damian Priest defeat L.A. Knight, and Carmelo Hayes defeated former friend Trick Williams. When the WWE comes to Paris, France, who becomes the first United States champion? As Damian Priest takes on Carmelo Hayes. Will Priest utilize his dominance, or will Hayes be quick and technical? The future isn't clear for two men, as Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, who were once brothers, rekindle their old ways. Despite Rollins being assaulted by Karrion Kross, and both men were blindsided by the authors of Pain, Akam and Rezar. This match doesn't need a lot to be said. Roman Reigns and Seth freaking Rollins will write their future as they take on the authors of Pain. Kross believes this is Reigns and Rollins' final testament. A challenge, as you will. Do we believe in the Shield once again? We find out at Backlash. Three men have one mission to accomplish: the face of the brand. The face of SmackDown is in the balance as we see a triple threat match for the undisputed WWE Championship. The final boss, The Rock, wants the soul of Cody Rhodes. CM Punk is here for only one thing, and that's gold. Kevin Owens will take on anyone and keep fighting for what is his. Only one man can walk out of Paris as champion and call themselves the face of SmackDown. An opportunity was taken at the hands of the Viper, as Drew McIntyre couldn't move on to become a challenger for the World Heavyweight Championship. Drew took matter in his own hands and tried to end Randy Orton. Orton had no hesitation and insisted that Orton reminds McIntyre of who he is and what he is capable of. As McIntyre considers himself to be the modern-day legend killer, as his goal is to end the legacy of Randy Orton. Who will be the last man standing in Paris, as these two will go to war? The ring general Gunther has a mission statement, and that is to make the WWE ring mat sacred. However, lurking in the dark shadows is a demon, Finn Balor. These two meet one-on-one as we crown the first World Heavyweight Champion. It's not always about the physicality, but the mentality of a match. Rest assured, we will see something in this match between Gunther and Demon Balor. So WWE Universe, we are nearing the final stop for WWE Backlash. Thank you for being a part of the LyonsGamez Revolution here for WWE 2K25 Universe Mode. We will see you in Paris, France.
Last week, I met the final boss, The Rock, inside that ring, an opportunity to join him and become his champion. I turned things around and told him to go fuck himself. Sure, I know that I've crossed that line, and I'm willing to fight for what is next. The undisputed WWE Championship. I'm not doing this for the final boss. I'm doing this for my family, for my daughter, and most importantly, for the WWE Universe. The final boss wanted my soul. Unfortunately, I already sold my soul to the WWE Universe, CM Punk. I get that you're not here to make friends, and as for respect, you have mine. We both are fighting for the same goal, and the only person in our way is Kevin Owens. As for Kevin Owens, do you really have what it takes to be champion? We'll see what kind of champion you are this Sunday at Backlash.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as Tiffany Stratton and Roxanne Perez await their opponents, Bianca Belair and Naomi.
From Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair.
We just heard from Cody Rhodes as he sent a message towards CM Punk and Kevin Owens. He sold his soul a long time ago, he said, to the WWE Universe. And that's his plan, to win the title because of them, for his family, for his daughter. He doesn't care about The Rock's offer, and he knows he crossed the line, but he's going to keep fighting. Ladies and gentlemen, Bianca Belair, she is ready to fight Tiffany Stratton at Backlash for the Women's Championship. Of course, last week, Bianca Belair did defeat Roxanne Perez. And Bianca Belair's got some backup. And a friend of hers, Naomi, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to feel the glow.
And from Orlando, Florida, Naomi!
Now, maybe time to feel the glow here on Friday Night SmackDown, but is it Tiffy time? This Sunday at Backlash, will Tiffany Stratton be able to beat Bianca Belair? Tiffany Stratton believes that if she wants to be one of the best, she's got to take out the EST of Friday Night SmackDown. And Naomi is here for backup for Bianca Belair against Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton. A little preview we could see between Belair and Stratton here tonight. But of course, Lyon France is on their feet for Naomi with this Glowalicious entrance, ladies and gentlemen. It's like a nightclub going on here in Lyon, France. I hope you guys are enjoying this go-home episode of Friday Night SmackDown, because I sure am. And once Backlash is done, Monday Night Raw, we're going to see some great matchups, including, speaking of a women's match, Rhea Ripley will be defending her Women's World Championship against Becky Lynch on the next episode of Monday Night Raw. We can't wait for that. I am looking forward to seeing this tag team match. It's been a great night here. We just saw Carmelo Hayes beat Andrade one-on-one, and we still have the debut of Javon Evans as he goes one-on-one with AJ Styles. I mean, how could you put that into words? Your debut here on Friday Night SmackDown, and you go one-on-one with the phenomenal one AJ Styles. Of course, AJ Styles, I can't remember if he'd been on SmackDown yet throughout the new series. I believe he was at one point. Yes, he was. He was in the Fatal 4-Way #1 contender match for the Undisputed WWE Championship to crown the champion. However, AJ Styles was not, well, he did lose that match, but we haven't seen him since. So we'll be seeing him here tonight against Javon Evans. I feel that AJ Styles needs to redefine himself and find what phenomenal means once again. I believe he can do that against the young Javon Evans, and that's our main event. Because following this match, we're going to hear from our undisputed champion, Kevin Owens. Now, Bianca Belair looking to continue what she started with Roxanne Perez last episode. And I have to say, the double duty work of Jessica Cara. She is our referee once again for this match. Someone give her her flowers. She's been doing a great job here tonight. Of course, Charles Robinson we saw earlier. But Roxanne Perez is looking to go after Bianca Belair, trying to work the legs there. Naomi watching in as her so-called friend here. Bianca Belair being sent in the corner, as Tiffany Stratton wants in this match as well. And Bianca Belair has Perez dropping the neck on the back of the knee. We saw that last week between the two. Now Bianca Belair hoisting up Roxanne right over the knee, over the abdomen area. That's not good for Roxanne, but this duo of Roxanne Perez and Tiffany Stratton, I can get by here. But Bianca Belair looking to make a statement towards her challenger, her opponent for Backlash. I do feel the matches that we are going to see at Backlash, it kind of has WrestleMania vibes written all over them. I know it's only the first premium live event of this new series, but I can assure that the matches you will be seeing will have WrestleMania vibes to them. Of course, with being in Paris, the atmosphere is going to be incredible. So, looking forward to Backlash, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown with Bianca Belair taking a shot right to her opponent. Tiffany Stratton just ate a power bomb. Now working the leg, and we heard from Tiffany Stratton last episode. She plans on embarrassing Bianca Belair. But like I said, is it Tiffy time, or will the EST outshine? Like I said, there's not a lot going on here for this episode of SmackDown, but that's okay. But so far, the matches we've seen here tonight have been very impressive. And Bianca Belair with a nice drop kick there, taking out Tiffany Stratton. Back and forth, just a little preview of what to expect this Sunday. Now Tiffany Stratton in trouble with Bianca Belair with the strikes. And hoisting Stratton up. The strength of Stratton, though, overpowering the strength of Bianca. This is, like I said, this is going to be a very interesting match between the two. I believe Tiffany Stratton, we saw her in action against Ulruka a couple episodes ago, and Tiffany Stratton now going after Bianca Belair, but we saw Belair against Roxanne Perez. And then we saw Tiffany take out Belair in the parking lot as well. So, I mean, ever since that, Bianca Belair hasn't really got the opportunity to get her hands on Tiffany Stratton other than in this match. But when it's one-on-one for the title, you know they're going to go hard in that matchup. Bianca Belair trying to go after the back, trying to get some retribution after that backstage brawl. Now Naomi is in this match. I mean, could you imagine if Naomi picks up a win here for their team? Like, that would send a message to whoever becomes the champion. But same with Roxanne Perez. I mean, don't sleep on Roxanne Perez. She can bring a fight despite how, look at the size of her. And Naomi trying to fire up. Did I just see Naomi acknowledges Roman Reigns? She just threw the one up. Well, that's very interesting because Roman Reigns is a part of Monday Night Raw, but we know that Naomi is married to Big Jim Uso, which we haven't seen the Usos here yet, so I demand we see the Usos sometime soon here in Universe Mode. I know they're a part of Monday Night Raw, but when will we see the Usos? And Tiffany Stratton just bringing a hammer down on Naomi. What a heck was that by Naomi? That was very, very interesting. Naomi taking out Roxanne Perez. Now Naomi just going after Tiffany Stratton here with the kicks. Look at her go. Ooh, taking out the resident Barbie. And the Lyon, France crowd is here enjoying this matchup just as well throughout the evening. Now I believe there's no final boss here tonight, so that's quite interesting. I believe the final boss is preparing for Backlash. Now Bianca Belair back in this match. Double team maneuver, working the arm of Tiffany Stratton, trying to take away the strength. And a roll up here by Tiffany. What a counter by Belair with the cover here. 1, 2, and a kick out, almost a 3 count. But Tiffany inverts the counter. And a kick out at 1. Almost a 3 count there by Belair, trying to take her by surprise. And a drop kick by Tiffany. Back and forth between these two. We're just seeing a preview of what's to come at Backlash. I know that these two are going to go at it really well. Like I said, a WrestleMania vibe throughout the matches that we will be seeing. I mean, come on. Gunther and Demon Balor. Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre in the last man standing match. A triple threat between CM Punk, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes. Like, come on. Like, that's not a WrestleMania main event worthy match. I don't know what is. But Bianca Belair with a KOD cover on Roxanne. 1, 2, no, and a kick out on 1. Almost a repeat of last week. And Lyon, France knows that this is shades of tag team wrestling. The chants across the arena here tonight in the LDLC arena. And what a DDT there by Roxanne Perez. trying to fight back, trying to go after Bianca. But Bianca in trouble now. Roxanne with a kick to the gut. But Bianca caught her by the boot, turning her inside out, and a tag made by Naomi. And a tag back to Tiffany. Now it's Naomi and Tiffany going at it again. And here come those strikes. We saw this earlier, and there's a heel kick. That spinning heel kick, and Naomi fired up. Naomi looking at, what is she looking to do? Roxanne with the neck breaker through the middle rope there, sending her to the outside. But Tiffany begging for mercy here. Oh, Bianca with a cheap shot to her opponent for the weekend. Oh, and a drop kick, Naomi. That was impressive, a little double team maneuver there. But Tiffany playing it smart here, stomping on the hand of Naomi. What a match this is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking forward to our main event match, AJ Styles and Javon Evans. Javon Evans making his debut here in Universe Mode, going up against one of the greatest of all times, AJ Styles. That's going to be one hell of a ride. I mean, if Javon Evans pins AJ Styles here tonight, I don't know what would become of AJ Styles. Naomi with a Uso splash, paying tribute to her husband, Big Jim Uso. And now Tiffany Stratton trying to fight back. Tiffany Stratton, very impressive here tonight. Trying to not give up, but she's in trouble here. Tiffany Stratton's in trouble. Naomi's got that submission hold locked in, but Tiffany Stratton fighting out. I gotta give it for Tiffany Stratton. I'm gonna bet on her. I believe she can do what it takes to be a champion. I think she's gonna walk in to Backlash and walk out as women's champion. Now hopefully making a tag here possibly to Roxanne, but Roxanne watching in against Naomi. And just, yeah, it is stiffy time. That's a drop kick. Just making fun of Bianca Belair there in the meantime, intimidating her, saying it's stiffy time. But Naomi says it's low time, and she's taken out the competition here. Up and over Naomi with that Uso splash to the outside. What in the hell? Roxanne Perez being taken out on the outside after that big Uso splash. And now a tag made. Bianca Belair with a German suplex to Tiffany. And Tiffany Stratton in trouble here. Countering back and forth. You can see the welt on the chest. There's a massive drop kick by Tiffany. Roxanne taking a cheap shot to Naomi. And the best moonsault ever connected on Bianca. Is this it? 1, 2. No, and a kick out at 1 by Bianca Belair. My goodness gracious. And up and over the strength of Belair. And just dropping Tiffany, center of the ring. Went for a spear by Belair there. And again taken out Roxanne Perez. Now Belair taking a part of the announcer's table. This does not look good. Trying to send a message to her opponent for Backlash. Now Tiffany Stratton being laid on the announcer's table. Bianca Belair going up top, possibly Naomi watching in. Roxanne Perez not doing anything. There's a double axe handle all the way to the outside. Now back and forth between Tiffany and Belair, and I believe Belair is busted open. What a drop kick there by Tiffany. I believe Bianca Belair got busted open after the last shot there. And now the leg being worked on. But Naomi coming to make a save for her partner. And Naomi being sent into the steel steps. The equation has been taken out here. And Tiffany blowing a kiss at Belair. Count of 8, Belair back inside the ring. She's up top. And an elbow drop out of the count of 9. Almost a count of victory for Tiffany there. Now Naomi still down and out. Bianca Belair trying to do everything she can here for her team. She has a hold of Tiffany, center of the ring. Up and over. Are we going to see the KOD? There's the KOD. Center of the ring. This has to be it. 1, 2. No, and Tiffany kicks out. Are you kidding me? And Bianca Belair going up and over. With a diving elbow. A preview of Backlash. As Belair sending Tiffany into the corner. Now Naomi from behind Tiffany went for another drop kick, but Naomi dodged a bullet. And a hurricanrana takedown to her opponent. And a leg drop to add insult to injury. Trying to go after Roxanne again here, as Roxanne hasn't been in this match in a few minutes. There's a suicide dive by Naomi. Naomi's been putting her body on the line in this match. And again, Naomi from the top. But Tiffany Stratton playing it smart here, trying to go after Naomi with the double axe handle. What is Naomi thinking of doing here? Looking for that split leg moonsault. But Tiffany moved out of the way and she got a hold of Naomi. Into the corner they go. And Tiffany with the forearm smash. Tiffany looking for a spiral tap, as you will, almost. Now Bianca Belair taking a cheap shot, but Naomi's still the legal superstar in this match. There's a spear to Tiffany, trying to take her down, trying to assist Naomi. Naomi looking to go after Roxanne, and Tiffany on the outside, but Bianca took a cheap shot. She took a cheap shot against Tiffany Stratton there, but that does help Naomi here in the long run for the remaining of the matchup. If they can get inside the ring here, count of 3 by Jessica Carr. And Naomi with a face buster. Into the cover, possibly. But Roxanne Perez watching in. Went for a springboard moonsault. No connection, though. It's Tiffany slowly getting back to her feet. This match continues, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. Bianca Belair makes a tag. Tiffany Stratton down and out. And Bianca looking to dial it up here with a big body splash. Looking to take out Roxanne Perez. Trying to utilize the numbers advantage. Trying to turn Roxanne inside out with the steel step there. Tiffany Stratton in trouble. Up and over. With another KOD. This has to be it. 1, 2, 3, and just like that, sending a message to Tiffany Stratton ahead of Sunday's WWE Women's Championship match. Bianca Belair, she's not done yet. If she can pin Tiffany Stratton one more time this Sunday, we are going to look at your first WWE Women's Champion here in this new series of LyonsGamez Universe Mode. I have to give it for Tiffany. She stood up for a fight, but Roxanne Perez didn't really do much in this match. It was between Naomi and Bianca Belair across the ring. I have to say, Bianca and Naomi do make a good duo. And in the end, it was Bianca Belair who hit not 1, but 2 KODs on Tiffany Stratton here tonight. The fact she kicked out at 1 for one of them, that was very impressive. But what will happen to these two in Paris this weekend? Ladies and gentlemen, we hear from Kevin Owens coming up next. We heard from CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. What does Kevin Owens have to say ahead of his title defense?
Here are your winners, the team of Bianca Belair and Naomi.
CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, there's a difference between myself and the two of you. That fatal 4-way match, I won and you lost. I'm holding something that seems to be so valuable to the both of you. Punk, you're not here to make friends. That's okay, because nobody wants to be friends with you anyways. And Cody, you had a shot of a lifetime last week, the final boss, and you kissed it goodbye. Now listen closely, boys. I hold this WWE Undisputed Championship because I earned it. I always fight. I always keep fighting. It's me versus the world. The Rock said I may not be the face of the brand, but that's fine. I'm still the champion, right? I'm not giving this championship up because the final boss wants Cody's soul. I am not giving up this championship up because CM Punk needs it. Do you guys care what I want? No. At the end of the day, I have the title. And at Backlash, allez vous faire foutre tous les deux. Je suis le champion du peuple.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, time to hold on to your seats and check your watches because it's main event time here on Friday Night SmackDown. And I'm not too sure what Kevin Owens just said at the end of there. It was in French. But here comes the debut of Javon Evans. Because your boy is bouncy. I'm excited for this.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Greensboro, North Carolina, weighing in at 170 pounds, Javon Evans.
I believe Javon Evans has a huge opportunity to make a name for himself here on Friday Night SmackDown. He goes one-on-one with the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. I mean, this wasn't, well, I believe that, I don't know how this match came to be. It's just because Javon Evans knew he was making his debut, and AJ Styles met him backstage and said, hey, let me introduce you to the SmackDown crowd. Let me introduce you to the WWE Universe. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the face of phenomenal AJ Styles.
And his opponent from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Like I said, AJ Styles, I feel ever since episode 1 of Universe Mode, he did not win that fatal 4-way match. We haven't seen him since then, and now he is here tonight in Lyon, France, and maybe he can redefine what the true meaning of phenomenal really means. But he has to kind of do it in a way where he doesn't want to, but if he wants to win, he's got to put down the debut of Javon Evans. But Javon Evans, I've heard really good things about this young athlete, and we're going to see him go one-on-one here in the main event of Friday Night SmackDown. It is good to see AJ Styles once again, but here's Javon Evans. This is going to be a very interesting match. An instant classic in the making between Javon Evans and AJ Styles. What a takedown there by Styles. As AJ Styles wants to redefine himself, trying to find that true meaning of what phenomenal really means. Of course, SmackDown is the place that AJ Styles built. But AJ Styles had said over the last few weeks he feels there's been a dark cloud over his head. And he's trying to think of what that could potentially mean. If he can maybe get himself up and pick up some wins, that could lead him to a future shot at the Undisputed WWE Championship. But right now, he just wants to have a fun match here against the debut of Javon Evans. And I feel Javon Evans could do some work here to AJ Styles, but of course this is his debut, so maybe he's a little nervous right now. As Styles has Javon Evans against the ropes and up and over, just draping him across the top rope. AJ kind of showing off his physicality right now. Oh, and a chop slap, inverting him into the corner there. Up and over Styles from the top. And it did not look good for Javon Evans. Was looking for that super backplex, but Evans with a counter. And up and over Evans. Going up and over, springboard moonsault, landing on the back of Styles. Very impressive. And Javon Evans trying to get himself back in this match. Sending Styles against the ropes here. Up and over by Evans. There's a heel kick taking out the Phenomenal One. Into the cover. Could this be it? And a kick out at 1. And of course, Charles Robinson is our referee for this main event matchup. Now Javon Evans looking to go springboard style there with a Hurricane Rana. What a counter there. In the lower back of Styles, eating a forearm again. And an elbow drop. Javon Evans trying to pick himself up here. Now stomping on the arm. That might take away the phenomenal forearm of Styles. Now Javon Evans, what is he looking for here? Going above to the top. With a double axe handle, but Styles dodged a bullet. And Styles face plant. Dropping into the cover here. 1 and a kick out again. Styles is trying to figure out what he can do next to Javon Evans here. And Styles had his back turned for a second. There's a DDT there by Javon Evans. Caught him by surprise. Not sure exactly why Styles had turned his back for some reason. But like I said, AJ Styles earlier today did say he feels like he's had a dark cloud hovering over his head since losing that fatal 4-way match. But maybe this is just a kind of a refreshing thing for AJ Styles to bring in someone like Javon Evans, remind himself of what phenomenal means. Maybe if Javon Evans kind of reminds Styles of a younger Styles. And definitely, Javon Evans is bringing an impact here tonight. He's fired up, going for a cover here, right on Styles here by the ropes. 1, 2, and a kick it out 2.5, almost a 3 count. But AJ Styles was so close from the rope there. There's a cutter, shades of an RKO. Cover again. Is this it? 1 and a kick out at 1. And Styles is now trying to hype himself up in this match. There's a nice arm drag takedown by the Phenomenal One. And a super kick there by Evans. What is Javon Evans thinking of? And Styles rolling out of the way. Back and forth as a forearm smash there by Styles. And Styles on the outside. But Javon Evans rolling out of the way. And Javon Evans taking out Styles with a shoulder thrust to the outside. And Javon Evans taking a second for himself. And the basement drop kick. And I believe that Evans just got busted open by that. And Styles was looking for the suplex. A counter there, taking out the knee. Trying to weaken the knee of Styles. Now Styles, out of nowhere, with the Styles splash into the cover. This has to be it. There's no kicking out of that. And a kick out at 2. Javon Evans, AJ Styles can't believe it. That Javon Evans just kicked out at 2 out of the Styles splash. What a debut match for this young athlete, Javon Evans. And I can't believe this guy's only 20 years old, and he's going out against a guy who's pretty much been in the business for about 20 years or so. I would say at least, maybe more, but AJ Styles, he's no young cigar. This guy is a top veteran in the business. And Javon Evans is bringing a fight. What the hell is that? Cover. And that is kick out before the 1 count. Not sure what he just brought out of his bag of tricks, but Styles taking out Evans with that clothesline. Now Javon Evans in trouble. There's a forearm smash to the outside, not the phenomenal forearm. But AJ Styles might be looking to hit one later in this match at some point. Sending Javon Evans back inside the ring. And AJ Styles fired up ringside. And now sending him back in the corner. Looking for the exploding suplex, turning him inside out. Evans was fired up for the time being, and now AJ Styles with the calf crusher locked in. Will Javon Evans tap? But Javon Evans looking to escape the calf crusher. And now Javon Evans trying to counter himself back in this match, and Styles playing it dirty there with the low blow to the knee. AJ Styles bringing aggressiveness out of himself. Went to go for the knee again, but Javon Evans leaped up like a frog. Went for a super kick, but Styles, again, looking to hoist Javon Evans against the rope. AJ Styles showing off the physicality in this match. Yeah, this is interesting. Another cutter, but got caught. Styles power slam to Javon Evans after that opportunity for another cutter. And AJ Styles, there's the no! Javon Evans pushed him out of the way in midair. Was looking for the phenomenal form, but that springboard kick to the back of the neck, and Styles up on his feet. There's a forearm taking out Styles. Holy moly. AJ Styles putting in the work, and so with Javon Evans. What a main event, ladies and gentlemen. Old school versus new school here. As AJ Styles, what can he do to put away Javon Evans? Evans trying to fight back with the cover here. And a kick out before the 1 count. And being sent against the ropes. Javon Evans, snap German suplex there. But Styles is down. Javon Evans calling him up to his feet. And looking for the DDT, but got caught into the bridge. 1, 2, 3, and wow. I was not expecting the match to end that way, but caught him by surprise. Javon Evans was looking for that DDT, but AJ Styles inverted him into the bridge with the cover. And in the end, AJ Styles picking up a win. Now, not really a picture-perfect finish, as you will, but hey, a win is a win, and AJ Styles needed a win. He needed to kind of find his ways, but I have to say, nothing but respect between these two, and no doubt about that. Javon Evans, welcome to Friday Night SmackDown, my friend. As for AJ Styles, as he celebrates in the ring, this has been one hell of a night here on SmackDown, and we are just days away from Backlash, my friends. So from Lyon, France, just probably a few hours from Paris, we will see you at Backlash, as this was Friday Night SmackDown. And AJ Styles picking up a win in fashion. Well, maybe not really, but of course, a win is a win. We will see a triple threat for the Undisputed WWE Championship. We will see a last man standing match.
Here is your winner.
We will see the Ring General and the Demon King. What is next for AJ Styles? We'll find out. But ladies and gentlemen, I will be signing off.
used to think that the prison inside my head was the only place that I could ever truly be free, truly be free. Rebel in what you are. Rebel in what you are. Rebel in what you are. What you are. Rebel in what you are.